Welcome back to part 2, everyone. Sorry this is running over, but I'm really excited and I wanna finish this last step. So I have a little crafters workshop stencil I showed in my last or first and only haul video. So I'm gonna show you how we can use this in our art journal and then get the faux graffiti look that's so hot right now without actually using spray paints. So I'm gonna just position it. I've put a little bit of gesso just on the lid. For time's sake, I'm going to slightly wet my makeup sponge. Yeah, really, sorry, dropped it. Really high-tech tool we got going on here. But I like, because it's such a dense foam, but yet still soft, and how it works. I've tried using a brush with stencils. I've tried using a brush with the stencils, but it's a lot harder. So more likely that you're gonna get leakage underneath your stencil. So I've just positioned it, kind of putting it off, and I'm just real quickly going to sponge it onto my page. Want to be somewhat heavy in spots and somewhat, lighter in others. Don't think too hard about it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Art journaling is all about play and releasing what's inside and just, just getting it out there. Very relaxing. It's very therapeutic to me. Somerset and magazine and Jenny Doe and has that whole new art saves Crescendo website, which is so fun. Check it out. But art journaling to me is all about letting out emotions and releasing anxieties through paint and media and layers on a page. For other people, it could just be for practicing techniques, which somewhat is for me as well. But so ta-da, we got some stencils. I'm quickly going to go over up here into the corner. As you can see, while you were gone, and I quickly just added a little bit, a little swipe of gesso onto the Que Sera papers, just to blend it in a bit, because I knew I was going to be spraying. And lots of times you don't want things just hanging out there. You want, if you add an extra layer of paper or stickers or whatever type of embellishment, always ink it or edge it or put some of corresponding paint colors that you've used somewhere else on the journal page just to help it tie it in. So like I said, everything in 3, so I'm just going to put a little bit down here. I'm going to have to dip it into the main container. Uh-oh. As you see, guys, this container is like maybe a third empty. No, there's only a third left. I've had that container for a whole year that I've been art journaling. You can check out my blog. I just posted last night about how I started art journaling, what got me started, and I posted my very first page from a year ago, from July 09. So go check it out. I'll put the link down below. But very fun to look, for me anyways, to look back to see where I've come from and all that. So I got 3 sections here. This one looks messy because, like I said, I put some gesso and dried it there while you were gone. So at this point, again, I've got to use my heat gun. Gesso and heat gun dries pretty fast. I know this is boring. I really apologize, but it needs to be dry before we spray our glimmer mist on it. So I'll just tilt it up. So how do you like it so far? You can just leave it like this with the white and it'll look awesome, right? Add your journaling, add your title, add a few more embellishments, and you could call it done. Lots of times, for me, I work on multiple pages at the same time, and I'll add things sometimes weeks later. I'll just be like, oh, that'll fit perfectly on the page, and go back to it. You don't have to do one page in one sitting. It doesn't have to be that perfect, or maybe that's the kind of art journaler you are. Maybe you want to just sit down and do one page and call it complete in that sitting and feel accomplishment with that. But I work on multiple pages. To be honest, guys, I have like 10 pages on the go right now, at least. It's all about, using more of my supplies, but at the same time, finding perfect I have a hair. Perfect things to go in each layer. Also, if you're working on multiple books or multiple pages at a time, you don't have to worry about waiting for drying time or anything like that. And speaking of drying, just if you're working on one page and there's still some wet, something wet there, feel free, don't be afraid, put a sheet of wax paper in between your pages and let it dry and just go on to the next one. A lot of people will put some wax page in between the layers they're working on so that they don't get, paint on the next one, but it's all about what your style is. My style is obviously very grungy and very layered, and I don't worry about, if something hits the next page or whatever. It just adds to the charm. Okay, so it's pretty much dry. So what I'm going to do here, quickly, I'm going to take this little border strip. This is from a Can Company package. I'll show it real quickly before dropping everything. So this is wild raspberry adhesive borders. So fun. I'm just going to randomly, I like it like that. And I'll take it off and hopefully on camera. Oh, perfect. Peeled off easily. So fun working with different scrapbook embellishments because, I think I like it over here. It just adds an extra layer. It adds things that I love. It adds texture. I love to feel it. I also have this basic gray writer's block journaling sets. This one was from, I think last year's Valentine's Sugar Rush. It's called Writer's Block. But look for weird things like this. You may think, I'll never use in my scrapbooking, but it's so fun to use in your art journal, or maybe both. I like to buy products that do double duty. So I have my Glimmer Mist here. This is Starfish. I just showed from my last haul because it was, what I had here down on the couch, and it kind of goes with the colors. If you're some of my artsy friends that may not know about Glimmer Mist, this is an excellent product. It's like ink. It has fine, mica powders in here. I'm just tapping it. We all know how to do that. So I'm going to hold up my page. I have my really old craft mat underneath here. I've had this sucker for at least 8 years. And I'm so jealous and envious of all those people that have these huge ones, because when this first came out, this was the size you got. So anyways, what you're going to see is that I'm going to spray really close to the page, because the closer to the page you spray, the more it drips down, and that's what I'm going for here. I want the Glimmer Mist to pick up, obviously, or the gesso to pick up the Glimmer Mist, but I also want to show it, I also want it to drip down. So I'm going to spray very, very close to the page, not worrying about where it's going. Spray over here. So lots of Glimmer Mist. Just let it go where it wants to go. I don't worry too much about, oh, it's going off the page, or it's going where I don't want it to go. It's all serendipity, right? Just let it do what it wants to do. Kind of looks like blood. That's not good. Anyways, I digress, guys. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more over here. Just let it go. Maybe some more here. So the gesso, the way that gesso picks up Glimmer Mist is just, I just love it. And maybe it, hopefully my gesso is dried enough that it'll show. So sometimes I'll, take my hand, best art tool going, my fingers, and just help it out a little bit, and then go back and let it drip. But one thing that's important, I hate to waste things. I see so many people that just, take paper towels and wipe up Glimmer Mist and all these things, and it goes pretty fast. But I'm just going to take a page of my art journal. I'm running out of time. My other art journal, and I'm just going to press it in it to pick up that extra Glimmer Mist, because I don't want to waste it, and it'll make it a good background for something else. Anyways, my time's up here. This is where we're going to stop for today. Tomorrow we're going to go on to embellishing the final layers. But so you can see our page is really coming together at this point. I hope you're playing along and trying this out, and maybe going ahead of me and adding your own things. I would love to see it. I really hope that you guys are going to upload some of the pages you're doing. Again, thanks for watching. It's been really fun. Have a great day. Bye.